Welcome to day 101 of our school year. 79 school days left. Okay, let's get down our beginning fraction. Our denominator is 180 because that's the total amount of school days. We're on day 101. Let's find the factors of our numerator. Two factors we always know are 1 and the number itself. And using the commutative property of multiplication, commutative I should say, I have 101 times 1. Now I'm going to go through my divisibility rules in order so I don't miss any possible factors. So after 1 I try 2. The rule for 2 is that it ends in an even number. It ends with 1, which is an odd number, so 2 is not a factor. And if 2 is not a factor, then no even number will be, so I only need to check odd numbers. So next we try 3. The rule for 3 is that we add the digits together. 1 plus 0 plus 1 is 2. 2 is not a multiple of 3, so 3 is not a factor. We try 5. The rule for 5 is that it ends in a 0 or 5. It ends in a 1, so 5 is not a factor. We try 7. 7 times 10 is 70, 77, 84, 91, 98, 105. 101 is not in that list, so 7 is not a factor. We try 9. 9 has the same rule as 3. We add the digits together. We get 2. 2 is not a multiple of 9, so 9 is not a factor. We try 11. 11 times 9 is 99. Then we get 110, not 101. So 11 is not a factor. At this point, with none of those factors working, I'm going to check and see if 101 may be prime. And yes, 101 is circled on our prime number sieve. So it is, prime. And if it's prime, that means it has exactly 2 factors, and those 2 factors are 1 and the number itself. That's it. Now, since we only have 79 school days to find our greatest common factor, we can't use 101. There's not enough days left to make another group. So that means our greatest common factor is 1. So let's make our groups of 1. Done. How many total groups of 1 do we have? We have 180. How many total groups of 1 are shaded in? 101. So we proved our division with our model. Let's go ahead and prove it with our algorithm, making groups of 1. So 180 divided by 1. And 101 divided by 1. So 1 times 100 is 100. Numbers the same, zeros a game. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros a game. 8 times 1 is 80. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Here, 100 times 1 is 100. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Numbers the same, zeros a game. 1 times 1 is 1. Numbers the same, zeros a game. We add our partial quotients. 100 plus 80 is 180. 100 plus 1 is 101. Now we need to check using our inverse operations. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since our remainder is 0 for both, and the identity property of addition says when you add 0, it stays the same, we don't need to actually add 0. And what we end up with here is the identity property of multiplication that says when you multiply by 1, it stays the same, because one group of 0 is 0. One group of 8 tenths is 8 tenths. One group of 100 is 100. One group of 1 is 1. One group of 0 is 0. One group of 100 is 100. 101 that matches our dividend up here, so that checks. 180, that matches our dividend up here, so that checks. So our fraction is definitely 101 out of 180. That is the simplest form, or the equivalent fraction in lowest terms. Let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. Okay, trimester 2, week 9. Today is 1/30/2020, and our fraction for today is 101 180th. 101 is a prime number. It is not a factor of 180, so our greatest common factor is 1. And that means we did groups of 1. And when we do groups of 1, you do not have to get your number line out because they're already on there. I just like to show you. Here it is, 101 out of 180. There are no lines underneath because it is the simplest form. It can't be simplified any more than that. Okay, so go ahead and erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.